Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Angela Brenn and today I'm bringing you another Spellbinders Club Kit Glimmer of the Month. The Glimmer of the Month this month, May 2024, is Tropical Bloom. It comprises one big bloom of a glimmer plate and a couple of plates of sentiments and two coordinating dies for the sentiments. It also comes, if you order the Caboodle, Deluxe Caboodle, you'll get the bonus item, which is a Tropical Bloom stencils. So it's two stencils to color the tropical bloom that you will hot foil. The Glimmer of the Month subscription also comes with a hot foil tube, and this month it's come with Fuchsia flower hot foil. In this video, I show you how I make cards with and without the stencil. So I do some hot foiling on hammer mill paper, which is the paper or the card that I generally use for hot foiling because primarily it's smooth and it's at least 100 pounds. So if you want to use colored cardstock, remember to try and get those properties as well. So the same principles apply. Pretty side of the foil against pretty side of the hot foil plate, dull side of the foil facing the card, and the flat of the hot foil plate onto the base of the hot foil press machine. I use the GEMINI Foilpress Machine, and for positive images I use a medium setting and timing of 20 to 25 seconds. It's work for me. That's the basis of hot foiling. Once you get that principle, you'll get perfect hot foiling all the time. I continue to do loads of hot foiling because once I get my hot foil machine on, I can't stop. So here's the first image with the fuchsia flower hot foil. Here's the sentiments that I hot foil. Now this card is not so smooth, but it's got the right weightage. So there's slight overfoiling, but no worries when there's overfoiling. All you need to do is get a soft rubber eraser and just gently rub against the foiled image and you'll get rid of the overfoiling and you'll get a perfectly foiled image. The Glimmer of the Month comes with two coordinating dies for the sentiments, and I use the coordinating dies to die cut the sentiments. And I die cut quite a few extra die cuts as well because I wanted to layer the sentiments. Next, I do some negative hot foiling. Spellbinders has a solid rectangle glimmer hot foil plate, but it's smaller than a A2 card, so it's about 3/1/8 of an inch by 4/3/8 of an inch. I prefer a bigger foil plate, so I use the Catherine Puller solid rectangle glimmer plate or hot foil plate, and it measures 4.5 inches by 5 3/4 inches. So I get a bigger image that I can negative hot foil, and I can die cut it down later on if I want to. So it's the same principles except for my foil press machine where I set it at a higher setting and it's 30 seconds. Almost always I get perfect results. And how you know you've got perfect results is when you remove the plastic layer on the hot foil, it should be clear. If it's clear, you know all the hot foil is transferred onto the card to create that negative image. It's a great way to get a 2-for-1. That's why I end up making quite a few cards. In fact, this video you'll see I've made a dozen cards because whenever you do one hot foil, you end up with 2 cards because you also got the negative image. Loads and loads of fun to do this and no wastage at all. Here are all the positive and negative hot foiled images, and I'll show you how I colored them as well as convert them into cards. There are so many ways to color them. I use the stencils with ink blending. I use some Prismacolor. The only thing I don't really do is any watercoloring or alcohol marker coloring. This card, I don't do any coloring. I just use the positive image and the negative image and make the card. Rather simple, but I think it's really effective because the glimmer, the shine from the hot foiling, I think just makes for such an elegant card. I do like making these kind of cards, and you'll see quite a few of my cards here are A7 cards, which is 5 inches by 7 inches, because I do like a larger card and I think it looks really good. So this one, what I've done here is I've taken the negative hot foiled image and just fussy cut around the bloom or the flower just so that I can overlap it, and I've backed it with some dimensional foam tape to give it a bit of dimension and a bit of height to have that differentiation. Simple and effective. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And when you do subscribe, remember to press the notification bell so you're alerted when more videos are uploaded. I do post lots of tutorials of Spellbinders Club Kits as well as their core collection on a monthly basis, so do subscribe so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Do stay on for the end of the video so you will see all the cards that I've created with this Glimmer of the Month set. Here is another negative foiled image which I used the notched corner frames to die cut it and put it onto an A6 card. This is why I like to create the negative hot foils onto a larger plate so I can die cut it into whatever size image that I want to. I just back the image with some foam to give it dimension and add a sentiment. Rather simple. So the negative images or the negative hot foiled images, it's rather simple because it's basically colored. There's not much coloring to do unless you want to add some color with ink blending because the foil will resist all that ink blending. And I use quite a bit of the curved everyday sentiments hot foil plates here because I've done loads of this, as you've probably seen if you've seen my videos. In one of my previous videos I did loads of this positive and hot foil images of these sentiments because it's so easy to do them and you can die cut them all together. And I use Fuchsia flower hot foiling to do some negative hot foiling, and that's it. This card here, I'm doing some fussy cutting and some partial die cutting to create another card. So you can be quite flexible with these negative hot foiled images as I just mentioned. I really hope you just hang on and watch, and I'll come back and explain what I do with the stenciling. Now I'm going to color the foiled image with the bonus item, which is a Tropical Blooms stencil set. You can only get this bonus item if you purchase the Deluxe Caboodle Value Club subscription. These subscriptions are open to purchase between the 6th and 27th of the month. The bonus item will sometimes be a card making essential and sometimes will be an exclusive item, but it's only available with the Deluxe Caboodle Value Club. So this month there are 2 items. One is this Tropical Bloom stencil and the other one is a Tropical Sentiments Better Press Plates, which is great sentiments to go with the theme of the other club kits within this value club. So here I'm going to show you how I create cards using this stencil. There are a couple ways that I use the stencil. The first one, you can use it by using similar colors, and you've got the light shade and the darker shade for both stencils. That means for all the petals and for all angles of the petals. And later on in the video, I will show you how I use the stencils, where the first layer of the stencil I use just light colors, and the second layer I just use dark colors to show a differentiation of the color of the petals on the flower. I also show how I color the bloom or the flower without any stencils using Prismacolor pencils. You can also use alcohol marker inks. It's just so many ways to do this, but I wanted to show how I use the stencil to create some differentiation in the colors, some shadows, some light, and to enhance some of these colors, because this dye inks that I use, they do lighten once they're dry. So I did add some color pencils to accentuate some of the shadows. It's really up to you. You can leave the images colored or not colored, but I like to color some of these images just to give it a little bit more interest. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, do give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And when you do subscribe, remember to press that notification bell so you're alerted when more of my tutorial videos, especially on Spellbinders, Club Kits and core collections, do get released. All of the products I've used are listed below for your ease of reference, and all of the completed cards, close-up pictures as well, are available at the end of this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Happy crafting, and I'll catch you at my next video. Do take care.